Imagine a rugby match so loaded with international superstars that it feels like a mini World Cup final. That's the electrifying showdown awaiting us on Saturday as Leinster take on Munster in the United Rugby Championship at Croke Park. But here's where it gets controversial. Is fielding a squad brimming with British-Irish Lions experience bending the rules of competitive balance? Or is it just smart squad management? Stick around to dive into the details, because this clash isn't just about points. It's a battle of bragging rights and potential talking points that could reshape how we view provincial rugby. Just an hour ago, the buzz began when 7 additional British-Irish Lions players were announced to make their seasonal debuts for Leinster. These aren't just any players, they're elite talents stepping onto the pitch for the first time this season, adding an extra layer of excitement to what promises to be a fiercely contested game. On the Munster side, they're bringing back their sole Lions representative, the formidable Tadhg Beirne, who's stepping up to lead the team as captain. This move against their arch-rivals highlights the intensity of this rivalry, where every decision feels personal and every tackle carries more weight. Leinster, not to be outdone, have welcomed back their interim captain, Jack Conan, injecting leadership into the mix. He'll be starting alongside fellow Lions stars like Garry Ringrose, Jamison Gibson-Park, and James Ryan in the front lineup. For beginners wondering why this matters, these players have tasted the highest level of rugby through the Lions tours. Think of it as bringing in veterans who've played in elite international competitions, giving the team a strategic edge and experience that could turn the tide in tight moments. From the bench, Andrew Porter and Dan Sheehan are set to return, providing fresh energy and depth. This isn't just about names. It's about how Leinster's coaching team is leveraging their strongest assets to bounce back from recent setbacks. And speaking of comebacks, there's a fascinating video you won't want to miss. The freshly retired Wallaby icon Nick White chats on the Coco Show about hanging up his boots, his future plans, and some of the greatest players he shared the field with. It's a heartfelt look at the end of an era for one of rugby's legends, perfect for fans pondering what retirement means for superstars like him. Catch the full episode on Rugby Pass TV right now. It's a must-watch for anyone interested in the human side of the sport. Oh, and for those who haven't seen it yet, Nick White's insights could spark debates on who truly deserves the title of best player ever. But we'll circle back to that. Leinster coach Leo Cullen has also reintegrated key players like Josh van der Flier, Tad Furlong, Ronan Kelleher, James Lowe, and Jamie Osborne into the squad following their first win of the season against the Sharks. This was a crucial victory that boosted morale and set the stage for bigger challenges. Additionally, Thomas Clarkson, who joined the Lions midway through their tour, got his start against the Bulls in round 2, showing how international experience is being woven into provincial play. With injuries to Hugo Keenan and Joe McCarthy, Leinster's selection means they've summoned every available player from the 2025 Lions Tour. Add in the 2017 and 2021 Tour veteran Robbie Henshaw at inside center, and you've got a staggering 13 Lions in the Leinster squad alone. For newcomers to rugby, this is like assembling a dream team of globally recognized talent. Imagine if your local team could call on World Cup winners at will. It raises eyebrows about whether this gives Leinster an unfair advantage in the league. The fixture is set for the United Rugby Championship, with Leinster facing Munster at 18:15 on October 18th. All the stats and data are available to track, but the real story is the depth of experience on display. Leinster will also benefit from the comeback of the towering Springbok star RG Snyman, fresh off South Africa's victorious Rugby Championship campaign. He'll team up with James Ryan in the second row against his old club, creating a formidable lock partnership that could dominate the lineouts and scrums, fundamentals that often decide rugby matches. Munster, meanwhile, enter round 4 of the URC as one of just 2 unbeaten teams, holding second place behind the Stormers, who dealt Leinster a heavy 35-0 defeat in round 1. The defending champions are struggling, currently 10th in the standings with only 1 win, but their coaches, Leo Cullen and Jacques Nienaber, have been fielding less than full-strength sides so far. This suggests Saturday's encounter could see both teams unleash their A-teams, making it a true test of form. Now let's break down the squads for clarity. Leinster's starting 15 features Jamie Osborne, Tommy O'Brien, Garry Ringrose, Robbie Henshaw, James Lowe, Sam Prendergast, Jamison Gibson-Park, Paddy McCarthy, Ronan Kelleher, Tadhg Furlong, RG Snyman, James Ryan, Alex Soroka, Josh van der Fleer, Jack Conan. Their replacements include Dan Sheehan, Andrew Porter, Thomas Clarkson, Brian Deeney, Max Deegan, Scott Penny, Fintan Gunny, Kieran Frawley. Munster's 15 is Shane Daly, Andrew Smith, Tom Farrell, Dan Kelly, Takir Abrahams, Jack Crowley, Ethan Coughlin, Michael Milne, Diarmuid Barron, John Ryan, Edwin Edogbo, Fineen Wycherley, Tadhg Beirne, Captain, Jack O'Donoghue, Brian Gleeson. Their bench, Lee Barron, Jeremy Lockman, Ronan Foxey, Jean Klein, Gavin Coombs, Paddy Patterson, JJ Hanrahan, Alex Nankervel. This is the part most people miss. With so many Lions involved, is Leinster essentially fielding a super team that could undermine the URC's competitiveness? And here's where it gets really intriguing. Some fans argue it's a brilliant way to showcase talent and prepare for international duties, while others see it as a form of roster inflation that dilutes the league's excitement. What do you think? Does this level of star power make provincial rugby more thrilling, or does it risk turning it into an uneven spectacle? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear if you agree that Munster might need to counter with their own big guns, or if this is just the natural evolution of the game. Is the focus on Lions players overshadowing local talent, or is it a smart investment in the sport's future? Let's discuss.